in terms of the hurricane issue. So it's good to see these young women getting the opportunity to play cricket. And it's good to see this high spirits among them. 601. Short looking to cut. Getting some bounce there, Anisha Miller. Short pulled away, and that's for Zeta James getting into the action. Her first boundary of the evening, and her team's first boundary of the evening as well. She's not going to let those go. Too short there from Miller. Full this time. The first delivery that's well pitched up by Miller. That completes the wicket taking over for Anisha Miller. At the end of 2, it's 10 for 1. The Brian Lara Cricket Academy. 375, 400 and 501. All scores of the great and the ever so poetic left-handed batsman, Brian Charles Lara. Oh, good delivery. Throwing the batter forward, that's Gilbert. Driving loosely. This time a bit shorter, pulling back the length. And Gilbert is caught on the crease. Just caught hanging the bat outside the off stump. Nicely timed through the offside. And this could be 4. It is. Excellent effort in the end. But a 4 there conceded by Campbell. Looks to be Tiandra Morgan out there with that effort. Oh, lovely. Lovely from the fast bowler. Kadir Mohammed and I were having a look at the fast bowlers of the Jamaican team warming up prior to this contest. And tell you what, they were running in quite hard, hitting the gloves of the wicketkeeper very hard as well. That's Kristen Sutherland. Doing the right thing, Kimari Campbell, as the Windward Islands get through for a single. Yeah, doing the right thing, getting the ball right up, allowing it to do its thing. And she's pitching it on about a good length. $15 for the loss of 1. And in just a bit, we'll take a look at the lineups of both teams. Is Campbell to finish off the third over and serves up a wide, so she has to go back to her bowling mark and come again. Earlier we saw Trinidad and Tobago defeated this morning by 4 runs to Guyana, and of course Leeward Islands defeating Barbados in the second game. 3 overs bowled in match number 3. It's 16 for the loss of 1, Windward Islands. If you're just joining us, remember it's the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women's Championship, Under 19 Championship that is. And it's a T20 tournament involving the Windward Islands, the Leeward Islands, Barbados, Jamaica, Guyana, and Trinidad and Tobago. And it's being played right here in Trinidad at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, UWI Spec, and the Diego Martins Sporting Complex. Action continues on Saturday the 6th of July, and Sunday the 7th of July as well. Stifled appeal there from Anisha Miller. Umpires unmoved. This time, not out, says the umpire again. Looked to me as though it was heading down the leg side. Maybe we can have another look at it. Shorter, but just adjusting her line there, Anisha Miller. Here's a look at that again. Yeah, certainly going down the leg side. Good decision by the umpire. Again, going down the leg side. Starting a delivery is a bit too straight here, Anisha Miller. 2 more deliveries remaining in the over. This is good to see. Zayda James going up there immediately to have a word with Amaya Gilbert. Here's that shout again. Yeah, that would have hit maybe 7 stump. And she's bowled her. That one has hit the leg stump though. And that leg stump is now out of the ground. It's no more. Tell you what, Anisha Miller is really piling on the pressure here on the Windward Islands team. As easy as you like. Jump for joy. There you go, Anisha Miller. And there you go as well, Amaya Gilbert. 16 for the loss of 2. And James just had a word with young Amaya Gilbert. And immediately she perishes. And in walks Jada Terrell. Jada Terrell, number 66 on her back. Two for 6 to Anisha Miller. 1.5. We've seen some exceptional bowling all day. Talk about bowling. Trisha Hardat of Guyana. 4 for 12. How about that for a spell? We also saw Kambalapali from the Leeward Islands. Sainavi Kambalapali, the leg spinner. She did brilliantly as well. But here's Miller, the last delivery of a second. Another appeal there from Miller. And not out, says the umpire. At the end of 4, it's 16 for 2. Windward Islands, they're under some pressure at the moment. And at the moment, on the big screen at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, Carlos Braffett has now struck his 197th six of the day. If you're wondering what I'm speaking about, on the big screen here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, they're just playing that memorable video of Carlos Braffett striking those 4 sixes that made Ben Stokes cry in 2016. This has been played all day. So if you haven't seen it, and if you were here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, then you missed it. 16 for 2, it's over number 5. Oh, James driving uppishly through the gap. It won't reach the boundary though. Gets 2. The West Indies champions went down today to Pakistan champions in the World League of Champions, being played in Birmingham, in Edgbaston to be precise. Jonelle Diaz has been struck handsomely over cover all the way for 6. Zeta James, you beauty. As perfect as an inside-out shot could get. Have a look at that. The first 6 of the evening goes to Zeta James. Takes the score up to 24 for 2. She moves on to 13 of 8. Nicely timed again. Getting on the back foot. Back and across goes James. Getting in line. And playing it out to backward point. Doing the right thing here, James. Playing the ball on its merit. That's what's needed. Or driving this time. Straight to the fielder. Kadir Mohammed has already pulled out his notebook out of his back pocket. No, he wasn't trying to be Kesrick Williams, but he was just pulling out the notebook so as to make his notes for next season when he plies his trade on the cricket field. Taking a couple notes from Zeta James. Oh, smashed into the air. This could be out. And it spilled. Well, well, well. That would have been a big wicket for Jamaica. Short from theirs. Looking to pull it from the off into the on. And it was always going to be difficult there for the fielder. Morgan running back. It's always difficult. Especially in the night as well. That wide ball up in that night sky. 25 for 2. Left alone into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. That brings an end to the 5th over. At the end of it, it's 25 for the loss of 2. Looks as though Miller is going to continue, and why not? It's always, a treat to see a spinner operate in the power play. and do so well. Samuel Badri did it so well in the past. Imad Wasim comes to mind. Akil Hussein comes to mind as well. Full toss driven. And only 2. So Miller has opted to come around the wicket to the left-hander. I think it's the first time she's bowling to James. No, actually she bowled to her earlier. And she was looking to cut a delivery outside the off stump that beat her outside edge. But Miller was operating over the wicket. It's a different challenge now for James with her coming around the wicket. Oh, this time James finds the gap, and this is going to race away into the ropes for 4. As soon as she struck this, it had 4 written all over it. That one, though, took a whole page, an entire page of Kadir's notebook. He would have made at least 16 bullet points for that one. 31 for 2. (20 of 13 Zeta James. Looking good. Right up into that block hole there. And not much James could have done with that. Respecting a good Miller's delivery. Zeta James. Using a feet this time. Peels off the outside edge. That's 4 more. So Miller leaking runs here in her 3rd over. A bit unfortunate though. She saw her coming, pushed it wider, but a bit too full. And into the boundary it went. James won't mind that at all. Well, good comeback again from Miller. 1 more delivery remaining in the over. And 1 more delivery remaining in the power play. Oh, looking to drive that one, holding its line, taking the inner half of the bat. The power play has been completed. 6 overs done and dusted. 35 for 2 at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Umpire Vicky Daniel, a good friend, just ensuring that the stumps is set properly. Here's Janelle Dares, the skipper. This time an appeal for leg before, and umpire Daniel takes a look. She looks again, and she says not out. We'll have a 3rd look. Looks a bit close, maybe a bit high. Oh, this time not going through with the shot. A full toss, yes, but just looking to guide it, so to speak. Not looking to really bludgeon the ball. And Dares is one of the quicker bowlers on the Jamaica team. It's going to be wide. But Daniel stretches the arms in signaling that wide. Oh, superb delivery there from Jonelle Dares. Remember, she already had a chance to pick up the wicket of the captain of the Windward Islands team, but just going through the hands of Morgan at short mid-wicket. Was a difficult chance, though. Oh, Dares ran into one of the Maybugs, as we call it, in Trinidad. I think it's a good time to call it a July bug. Here she is. Oh, leaving that one into the gloves of the keeper. The last time James did this, it brought about a wicket. Last time she went down the track to have a word with Amaya Gilbert. Gilbert was using her feet to bludgeon a ball over the onside. She was bowled comprehensively by Miller. Let's see what happens here now. Shouldering arms into the gloves of the keeper. There is Jada Terrell. A good way to finish the over. 7 overs completed. 36 for the loss of 2. And if you're just tuning in on the Windies cricket platform on YouTube, of course, the Jamaica team, they are coming up against Windward Islands. And you can see the coach of the Jamaica team just walking out there to have a word or send a message maybe with one of the players. That's Mackenzie. And some more spin on offer here from the Jamaicans. Looks to be Monica Reed coming into the attack, number 18 on her back. Oh, what was that? What do we call that? A dibbly-doubly? Keeping very low there on Zeta James. It was a well-pitched delivery, though. Just keeping a bit low. No fault of Monica Reed. Oh, James looking to sweep. Wide signaled. Monica Reed has a nice, simple action as she approaches the crease. Very simple action. Or short pulling is James past the fielder at backward square leg. She's looking for 2, but she Just fell to the ground there. She was turning Zeta James. In the end, having to halt the progress of run number 2. Oh, could have easily snuck through. Well done by Terrell to get the bat down in time. Not a bad first over just yet from Monica Reed. This time James is pulling and pulling hard. The fielder comes around and only one. Oh, very close there. Sneaking under the bat this time. Wicketkeeper whipping off the bails. But Terrell was well in her ground. Oh, another wide here from Reed. So that's 2 in the over. Wide again. So you're dealing in wides at the moment. The extras count going up a bit. That one turning and keeping very low. 42 for loss of 2 after 8. Of course, for the folks around the world, you know, just a bit about the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Of course, it's a multi-purpose stadium nestled right here in Tarouba, southern part of Trinidad. It was completed and inaugurated in 2017. And it's just, you know, this area just outside the heart of the city of San Fernando. And it is located beside the Sir Solomon Hochoy Highway. And about 2 kilometers southeast of, Trinidad and Tobago's former cricket ground, one of the famous cricket grounds, Guaracara Park, Point-a-Pierre. Flicked away by James in the air. And dropping short of the fielder. Skipper John L. Dares is back. And she is bringing chances as we speak for the Jamaica unit. Of course, the stadium holds a capacity of 15,000 persons. Down the leg side. James smashes this one behind square on the onside. And scampering through for 2. Brilliant running between James and Terrell. I say a special good evening to a good friend over there in Jamaica, Marlon Pinnock. Commentator hailing out of Jamaica. Say a special good evening to Dr. Kishore Shallow, President of Cricket West Indies. And Vice President Mr. Azim Bassarat. Pulling this time is James, and she's going to earn herself another boundary. She races on to 32, and the score goes up to 49 for the loss of 2. Getting in position quickly and pulling it away handsomely. She's not dying wondering here, Zeta James. She's taking matters into her own hands, and she's controlling the situation at the moment. Jamaica would know that they need to scalp this wicket of Zeta James early. This time James is working this one down to 3rd. She'll get 2. Yeah, the replay was running now. There's coming round the wicket. Loud appeal this time. Umpire Vicky Daniel is unmoved. All she's doing is moving to her left just a bit, signaling that there's one more ball remaining in the over. Sometimes that tends to get a batter frightened when they see that one finger. Short slammed away. James looks in really good touch. 2 runs again. Good going by Zeta James. I really like Zeta James as a young cricketer coming up. I asked her at the toss, any players to look out for? At the end of 9, it's 53 for 2. I asked her, are there any players to look out for from the Windward Islands setup in this tournament? She said, well, have a look and you'll see. It's left to be seen. Well, what a character she is. Jonelle Dares almost said the same thing. 2 young cricketers with great leadership qualities, hence they're trusted at the helm of these 2 under-19 setups. More spin from Jamaica. Brianna Plummer. She just pushes this one down the leg side. 1 to the tally. So you've seen all of the spinners from Jamaica, of spinners thus far. I think this is a good move from Plummer. You don't want to go over the wicket and slide the ball across Zeta James. She would certainly take advantage of that. A player of her quality. So she's going to come around the wicket much like Miller did to James. She's going to angle the ball into Zeta James and look to get it to spin away. In the last game we saw Sainavi Kambalapali extracting some generous turn from this track. It's the same track that's being used for all 3 games. Still looks a spectacular one. Oh, this one is swept away, but she finds the fielder. Here she is again. Plummer. Stifled appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Left arm orthodox spinner introduced here by Jamaica. Oh, nicely worked away on the offside, but finds the fielder again. One more delivery remaining in the 10th over. James plays this one into the air, backward of point. And could she earn herself another boundary? No. Excellent fielding there. Looking for 3, and they get it quite easily in the end. Superb running to complete the 10th. At the end of 10, at the halfway stage of the first innings here in match number 3, is 57 for the loss of 2. Windward Islands batting first. Well, welcome back to the ever so picturesque Brian Lara Cricket Academy. We're just about ready to resume action after the drinks break in match number 3 of the day. What a long but lovely day it has been here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And umpire Vicky Daniel marshalling the players as to let's go. You ready? She's asking Zeta James. She says yes, and here we go. Oh, I don't think that's what Jamaica was after. But anyway, it's 58 for the loss of 2 now. A little delay to the resumption of play. One of the Jamaica players was getting some attention from the physio. Oh, this one could have easily gone on to hit the stumps. Zeta James looking to drive that one, came in sharply. Have a look at that again, if we can. Oh, Jason, our producer, you beauty. Have a look at it. Oh, tailing in. Magnificent, to say the least. Oh, nicely punched by Zeta James. This could go away for 4. It does. Pleasing on the eyes, Zeta James. That's the headline to her innings thus far. All timing, all grace from the left-hander. She's approaching a half century. I tell you what, I don't want to put the markers on her. Oh, pulling this time. Past the fielder, Morgan. Only one. James getting an opportunity at the senior level with the West Indies team, coming back into the under-19 setup and making it her own. This is what I like to see. Players going out there, getting the opportunity at the senior level, bringing back the experience, that knowledge. Nicely turned away. I think Jada Terrell understands the task pretty well. If the ball is there, put it away. If it's not, look to turn the strike over and give it to the person who is in all the form at the moment. Zeta James, the skipper. Could she knock the first half century of the tournament this year? Oh, this one goes down to third, where third would have been. Straightish third, that is. Third fielder a bit wide. By Daniel, just having a word with the bowler, Abigail Bryce. Umpires just confirming whether or not the over actually has one more delivery remaining. And it does. Well, we'll have one more again, given that this one has been served up as a wide by Bryce. Partnership 50 or 42, and dominated by the graceful Zeta James. Oh, a full toss there from Bryce. And Terrell getting herself in a really difficult position in order to get the ball away. In the end, taking the outside half of the bat. 11 overs bowled, 67 for the loss of 2. James has done the bulk of the run scoring at the moment. She is on 45. And of course, if you have the opportunity to, if you're in a position to do so, please make your way to all of the respected venues and do follow the Windies cricket social media platforms to see and get updates on these matches. See when the matches are playing, get the fixtures. Plummer is back, and actually a dead ball signaled by the umpire. Yes, and if you have the opportunity to do so, please get across to the Diego Martin Sporting Complex, the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, and the UE Spec, and support the young ladies. If not, though, of course, you can join us live on Windies Cricket social media platform, their YouTube channel. In the air and just short of the fielder. You can see James telling Terrell, just go through with the shot. Don't play timidly. Pulling a bat away at the very last moment. But Plummer bowling very slowly. It's difficult to get away those type of deliveries. What has been the hallmark of this partnership is these two and their ability to run between the wickets. The communication has been spectacular. They were able to run a triple as well, converting singles into doubles. James is happy to take the single. Struck down the ground past that mid-off fielder. This time she takes a single. One shot away from that half century. One boundary away. 46 of 37. It came in quick time as well. Oh, that's going to be a no ball. And yes, signaled by the umpire. It's going to be a free hit. Of course, the ball bouncing 2 times before it reached the batsman, or the batter, sorry. And signaled no ball. Free hit. And not being able to cash in was Jada Terrell at the end of 12. 70 for 2. Anisha Miller, 2 for 16 in her 3 overs. The lone wicket taker for the Jamaicans. think given the amount of sun heat that we had today, I think Windward Islands and Jamaica teams, both these teams would relish this opportunity to play at this time. Slashed away nicely by Zeta James. That's going to be 4. That's the half century to Zeta James. A brilliant one coming off 38 deliveries, 6 fours and a 6. And tell you what a sensational innings this has been. All grace, all timing, and well, tell you what, she's shining here tonight, Zeta James, the skipper of the Windward Islands. That's the first half century of the CWI Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship 2024. And she's realized it now. She raises the bat, acknowledges the applause from her teammates. And there you go. Go on, Zeta James. This time she strikes this one over cover. She gets 1. Is this a sign here now that James is going to look to take on the bowling? A lot of appeal for leg before umpire Daniel says not out. And she's bowled. Abigail Bryce strikes. Zeta James, a bittersweet moment for her. Having gotten to a half century, she has been removed by an excellent delivery. A poor choice of shot as well. That bottom hand there coming off the bat. And she plays it onto her stumps. But, tell you what, she should lift her head high here, Zeta James. She has played a good hand for the Windward Islands as the captain. A good captain's knock comes to an end. 51 of 39, or 40 deliveries actually. Zeta James take a bow. 76 now for the loss of 3. Two more deliveries remaining in the 13th. Natalia Phillip, the new batter. Will that momentum that there was when Zeta James was at the crease, will that momentum now decline? You'll have to see how the innings pans out. She's going to get one, Phillip. Or will she? Another wicket. Another wicket goes here. Windward Islands. My, oh my. One brings two. And there's the second for you. Natalia Phillip looks as though she has to walk back. guided out to the fielder. Good pickup. Good throw into the wicket keeper. One bounce into the gloves, whips off the bails, and off you go on your bike, Natalia Phillip. In and out. 76 for the loss of 4. Well. I was just speaking about that momentum and the decline of that momentum with the fall of the wicket of Zayda James. And immediately we saw the fall of the wicket of Natalia Phillip. I want to say a special good evening to Mr. David Papa Williams as well, who's doing some work with the Windward Islands team. Saw him out there this evening. You can see his eyes are glued onto the stream on his cellular device down at the dugout. It's a wide delivery. Wide signal by the umpire, and rightfully so. And there he is. His eyes glued on to that cellular device. Well, actually, he's listening more than he's looking. And he's chuckling and giving a wave there. Oh my. Well, you'll have to wait and see what the umpire's signal is. A no ball signal. Umpire Daniel to her partner who's standing, and he's signaling a free hit. So the umpire just making sure that the batter knows it's a free hit. Into the air. And that's not going to be out though. It's a free hit. Everyone just ensuring that they understands that. And you got a feel for her though. It's always those moments like these. You know, when it's a free hit. Wide this time. But yes, when it's a free hit and you have that chance, and then obviously you realize, well, hey, it's a free hit and you don't have the opportunity to get the wicket. It plays on your mind. Or pulling. We'll get one here. It almost playing that one on there. Two batters at the crease, Sian Felix and Jada Terrell. Oh, punching it down to mid-off, no run. Swept away, out to deep back with a square leg. Only a single to the tally. umpire just halting the game for a moment. Not too sure what's the issue. So maybe getting a ball check, a ball count. Oh, well played, well bowled, well played. Good cricket all around here from both teams. One delivery remaining in the over. It's 84 for the loss of 4 after 13.5. Into the air, she could be out. Oh, the non-striker just getting in the way a bit, but no fault of hers. She stood her ground. But at the end of 14, it is 84 for the loss of 4. And Windward Islands, of course, their skipper leading the way 51 or 40, 6 fours and 1 6 in that innings, striking at 128. And looking at the scorecard after her, Danella Crease 1, Amaya Gilbert 6, Jada Terrell 7, Natalia Phillip, she went without scoring, and Sian Felix, she's the on 2. The bowling thus far for Jamaica, 2 wickets to Anisha Miller, 2 for 16 from 3. And 1 for 16 from Abigail Bryce in her 2 overs. Ooh, where did that one pass? Let's have a look. That one looked as though it took the back road. Oh my goodness. 1 quart of paint on that again. 1 quart of paint and that would have been out. Oh, looking to play that one away on the offside. So they have 2 overs remaining from Plummer, 3 from Ricketts, 3 from Reed, 1 from Dares, 1 from Miller, and 2 from Campbell. Oh, that's a peach of a delivery. Abigail Bryce, the bowler. Oh, nicely done. Back down the ground. Given the platform that was set by their skipper Zeta James, Windward Islands are well and truly on their way to a good total, one that they could work with. However, the remaining batters need to do what's necessary. Played back to her. Seven of 25, Jada Terrell. She hasn't gotten going just yet. $85 for the loss of 4 after 15. Short down the ground. 2 mid on. Chance for a run out at the striker's end. She could be gone. Oh, the wicketkeeper misses it. And it could run away for 4 overthrows. It didn't. And yet still, they weren't able to run through for any. Is he signaling a dead ball? I don't think he is. He's just saying that there was no run there. Oh, goes through the 2. And they get 2. Tell you what, if Windward Islands don't get up to 100 after this start, they'd be very disappointed with that. Looking to pull this one, but they're pulling very slowly, taking all the pace off the deliveries, the spinners, not giving them any pace to work with. Brianna Plummer did that very well. Short pulling this time. There's protection out there. Backward of square leg, looking for 2. And he'll get it quite easily in the end. Pulling this time, but finding the fielder again, not being able to get the ball away. 6 wickets in hand, 4 overs to go. 89 for 4. Projected score, Nelson at the moment. On the leg side, that's going to be 4. And signaled 4 as well. Runs off the bat of Felix, is it? Terrell. Abigail Bryce completing her spell. She's coming to bowl a 4th. Flicked away this time. Pace on the ball now. They're using the pace nicely at the start of this over. The 17th over of the innings. The first innings, if you're just joining us. It's match number 3 of the day. Oh, that's a good delivery. just on the guideline. Let's have a look at that again. This time, wide down the leg side. Here's that previous delivery. Ooh. Abigail Bryce 1 for 24 in 3.3. She's done well. She's done a good job this evening for the Jamaicans, barring the couple extras that she would have served up. And she's bowled her. That's the 5th wicket down for the Windward Islands. And Jamaica striking yet again. A timely wicket, I would say. Removing Sian Felix for 7. The off pole is knocked back. The bail's dislodged. And Felix has to walk back. Nisha Alexander, striding out to the middle. Abigail Bryce, just as I was speaking about her good spell this evening, she picks up another wicket to add to her tally. Oh, I like what I'm seeing from Bryce. Apart from the 2 wide deliveries, she's keeping the ball very straight. Those you miss, I hit type of deliveries. She's asking the batsman, hit me from there. And if you miss, you'll certainly be castled or be caught a leg before. Short. Rushed there a bit was Nisha Alexander at the end of 17. 96 with a loss of 5. Zeta James 51. She departed. And Jada Terrell, she's on 12. She would have been there in a 60-run partnership with Zeta James, a skipper. They came together with the score on 16 for 2. And the 3rd wicket fell, that of James, with a score on 76. Looks as though Miller is back. Anisha Miller. She's going to finish her spell. She's already bowled 3 overs. Picked up 2 wickets. 2 for 16 in her 3. Say a special good night, good morning, good afternoon to everyone, wherever you are tuned in from around the globe. It's good to have you in our company. Looking on the Windies Cricket YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So Miller with the ball in hand. With 5 wickets remaining and 3 overs. Well, 2 overs and 5 deliveries to go. You want to take full advantage of the remainder of deliveries. Appeal for leg before. Not out, says the umpire. And that's what we've grown accustomed to when Miller has the ball in hand. She's striking the pad at will. Lovely cricket at a lovely facility. So the batters just cramping themselves right there. The 18th over, 4 balls bowled already in it, and not a run has been scored. And well, a run comes in the form of an extra, a wide. Played into the air. Well short of the fielder. No chance at all of getting to hand. The 18th over has been completed. At the end of it, 97 for the loss of 5. Just 1 run coming off the 18th. Kamari Campbell is back with her 3rd and the 19th. And only a single there. 98 for 5 now. The momentum of the innings really declined after the wicket of Zayda James, the skipper. Down the leg side, of course, wide signal by umpire Daniel. Much welcome runs for the Windward Islands, given the fact that not much runs being scored off the bat. Jada Terrell seems not to be ready there, and just sending the bowler back to her bowling mark. Just allowing deliveries to go into the gloves of the wicket keeper. I'd like to have a look at the dot ball count in this innings. Another dot delivery. Good slow delivery there from Kamari Campbell. And if we are looking at the extras, 21 extras in the innings, 18 runs coming off wides, 3 runs coming off no balls. Appeal for leg before umpire Daniel says not out. Maybe tailing down the leg side. Into the air. Won't go to handle. Just ballooned up, so to speak. 99 for 5 after 19. Jonelle Diaz is back into the attack, the skipper. Smashed away through the onside. That's 4. Takes a tally up to 103. Nisha Alexander disdainfully striking that one through mid-wicket for 4. "71 dot balls already in the innings. Believe it or not. Looking to go again in the same region. She does. This could be 4 more. It is. Timely ball striking here from Nisha Alexander. Jonelle Diaz being sent to the boundary on 2 occasions now. Consecutively. Turn of events here for the Windward Highlands. Down the ground this time, hard, but straight to the fielder. Looking to go hard this time, Terrell gets 1. 2 more deliveries remaining in the final over of the innings. This time straight to the non-striker. Alexander can consider herself unlucky there. The non-striker Terrell as well can consider herself unlucky. I'm going to get one. Could be a run out. Oh. Just dropping the ball there was Jonelle Dares. That's the end of the innings. 110 for 5 is what the Windward Islands would amass here tonight at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, having won the toss and elected to bat first. Zeta James top scoring with 51. Good bowling from Anisha Miller from the Jamaica team. 72 dot balls though piled up on the Windward Islands team. That's 60% of the allotted 120 balls in the 20 overs. However, Jamaica under 19, they need 111 for victory from their 20. Join us in a short while for the chase of the Jamaica under 19 team. Well, it's go time here in the second innings of match number 3 of the day. Day number 1 just about to be completed, or on the way to completion, I should say. That's the day number 1 of the CWI Rising Stars Women's Under 19 Championship, the T20 tournament. And just to recap, the Windward Islands team, they would have won the toss. Zeta James winning the toss and electing to bat first, amassing 110 for 5 from their 20 overs. At one stage, it looked as though they would have got up to 130, 140 with Zeta James at the crease on 51 before she was bowled comprehensively. Since then, they got up to 110. So, Jamaica, they need to get 111 for victory from their 20 overs. And let's see how they fancy their chances in the second innings. Looks as though it's going to be Selena Ross with a new ball for the Windward Islands. Here's the first ball. Just outside the off stump from Ross. And Ross would have played for the Windward Islands senior team in the CG United Women's Super 50 Championship in St. Kitts earlier in the year. Has that experience on her shoulders. Oh, edging. Doesn't carry to slip. So it's Judine Ebanks and Sashan Ricketts, 2 batters for Jamaica. Oh, that one seemed to have been a no ball. Yes, signaled by the umpire. Let's have a look at that again, if we can.
One above the waist, one full pitch above the waist. Okay.
Yeah, could very well been a no ball there, and rightfully signaled by the umpire. It's a free hit. Straight to the cover fielder. A good comeback there from Ross, and that's what she's looking for. And just overcompensating, hence serving the full toss up. She's looking to pitch the deliveries up with the ball tailing in. The natural left-armer's delivery. Angled away from the right-hander, tailing in to them. Much like that. A bit too full still, though, from Ross. Yeah, just keeping and maintaining a straight line. Selena Ross. A straightish line. And all the Windward Islands team need to do here is keep it simple. Don't do anything out of the ordinary. Just keep things simple for now. And most importantly, limit the amount of extras that is conceded. That's the end of the first over. At the end of it, It's one without loss. Quiet start here for the Jamaicans.
That's all right.
Destiny Edward, the new bowler. So something different now. We're seeing two seamers from both ends. So wide. And we're just speaking about limiting the extras. And actually, it's a no ball signal by umpire Vicky Daniel. So it's going to be a free hit again, this time to Sasha and Ricketts. It's going to be another no ball, so the free hit remains. Direct hit there from Zeta James, but Judine Ebanks was well and truly home. And obviously, once the ball is pitched outside the track, it's obviously a no ball. There's going to be another no ball. A free hit remains. So 3 no balls consecutively here from Destiny Edward. The first one seemed as though was a front foot no ball, and the other two resulted from the ball being pitched outside the track. Good work from Zeta James. This time a wide signal by umpire Daniel. So that's 4 extras already. The free hit remains. As soon as we started speaking about limiting the extras, in comes 4 extras. That's better. Getting it closer to the batter. And seemed as though she's getting the ball to tail in to the right hander. Just needs to pitch it in the right areas. Driven sweetly out to backward point. Looking for 3. It's not on though. Gets 2. Oh, another no ball. What's going wrong here for Destiny Edward? I think Zeta James needs to have a word with her bowler. And that she's going to do. She's running down there now. And actually, she's not going to have a word. She may just have a word, but she's come out of that slip position. And she's tucked up the offside. There's now a backward point. A cover point, a short cover, a short extra cover. Mid off, mid on, short mid wicket, and a fine leg. and a third as well. Good to see Zeta James going up to a bowler and, giving her that advice that she needs. That's better. That's where she needs to be. Wide this time. 6 extras coming off the over already. My oh my, we've seen it all in this over in terms of extras. Another no ball. This time over the waist height. What is going on? One more delivery to go in the over. This being the second over of the innings. Just holding a run up here. Something doesn't seem right maybe, and just taking a stroll back to her mark and decides to go again. Oh, that's the best delivery that we've seen all over. At the end of 2, it's 12 without loss. Jamaica looking to get 111 for victory. Yeah, it's very difficult for some of the young ladies as well. It's challenging conditions, adapting to different conditions. Some of these young ladies may not have played cricket in the evening, in the afternoon, in the night before. And you have to feel it for Destiny Edward. It's all a learning process for all of the young ladies that are participating in this tournament. Selena Ross is back, and she continues to swing the ball into the right-handers, posing a threat for them.
One leg. 3-0. Stretch down.
And Zeta James would look to her
Left arm over.
opening bowler Selena Ross to pick a couple wickets up because of the fact that, she has a wealth of experience on her shoulders, as I said before. But this is excellent bowling from Selena Ross. Oh, down the leg side this time. Good work by the wicket keeper. Getting a hand on it.
Come on, lady. Pass the wrong pole now.
Seems as though the umpire is asking Windward Islands to keep the ball off the ground as much as possible. Good tight bowling from Selena Ross. That's where you want to live as a bowler. You want to set up shop, set up your home and live there. Loud appeal for leg before, not out, says the umpire. "14 without loss." This is a good over from Selena Ross. Just 2 runs coming off it. 1 run off her very first over. This time though, a loud appeal again. Umpire says not out once more. Struck right up, but certainly tailing down the leg side. Looked to have pitched outside leg stump as well. So no chance of her being given out. I think she just needs to pull back that length just a bit. The last LBW shot in that over was the perfect length. 1 to Judini Banks, Sashan Ricketts on 2. Yes, the last leg before showed that delivery, perfect length, but the line just needs to be on about that off stump. She needs to start it on about off stump or just about outside the off stump. Nestled at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy all day for a wonderful day of cricket. Started things off with Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana at 10 a.m. and Guyana defeated Trinidad and Tobago by 4 runs. Well, there's been a change on the southern end, and another no ball has been served up. Change of bowling, no change of fortunes just yet. In the air, short of the wicket keeper, but of course that being a free hit, had it went to hand it would not have been out. Maybe it's a case of the bowlers looking for too much pace. They just need to hone in on a nice line and length, tight, and allow the batters to do as they please. From there, straight back to the bowler, Delisha Francois. This is good there from Francois. Worked away though on the onside. There's work for the fielder to do, and they get 2 quite easily. Ebanks picks up 2. Right up there. Again, Yorker from Francois. Just maybe taking a bit of a page, or an entire page maybe, from the book of Selena Ross. That's more like what is required. This is what the doctor has ordered for the Windward Islands. Good delivery to end the fourth over. At the end of it, 17 without loss. Windward Islands looking to limit the Jamaica under 19 team beneath 111. At the moment, the Jamaica team has yet to lose a wicket. Ross is going to continue for the Windward Islands. Ross just keeps coming at you as a batter. Or a chance for a run out. This could be the first wicket, and is it? It's not. Let's have a look at that again. The wicketkeeper seemed to have collected the ball and waited to knock the bails off. Here it is. Ball in hand. She watches the batter. She has all of the time in the world to knock the bails off. And it seemed as though to me she was home. Sashan Ricketts. It's a chance going to begging there for the Windward Islands. That could have easily been the first wicket. Good throw though. Ross is, although she's bowling well, she's been a bit too straight. I think in order to give herself a better chance of sneaking through bat and pad, maybe onto the stumps, or maybe trapping the batter leg before, she needs to be a bit more closer to that off stump, whether it's outside or inside. And that's a bit too wide now. Five overs bowled. It's 19 without loss, Jamaica. Alicia Francois is back And she's attacking that leg stump. This time it's played through the onside. This could run away. That's the slow end of the outfield. We've seen that today. Key thing here for the Jamaicans, they haven't lost a wicket just yet. Driving this time, finds the fielder. In the air, out to backward point. No run. So the run rate, the required run rate, that is going up a bit. It's now 6.28. At the moment, the Jamaicans not being able to get the ball off the square. Very rarely getting the ball past the inner ring. Nicely played, looking to get that one past the mid-order and mid-off fielders. The power play is completed. It is 21 without loss after it, and this is the first time in the tournament thus far that a team has not lost a wicket in the power play. We're waiting for a signal, and there it goes. It's completion of the power play, the batting power play, that is. And in comes Zeta James.
Left arm, wrong. Left arm, wrong.
Skipper would have had a good day with the bat, a good evening with the bat, I should say. Starts well, starts on the money, as you would expect from Zeta James. Almost squaring up Sashan Ricketts. Pitching on about middle and off, turning away. Edged and past the wicketkeeper. That would have gone straight into the buckets of the first slip. Still think that James could put in a first slip, given the fact that she's looking for a wicket and the batters are not trying anything out of the ordinary. A chance for a leg before here, and she's given. Judine Ebanks has to go. An appeal from Zeta James, and the umpire obliged. He acknowledged it, and he raised the dreaded finger. So Ebanks has to go for 5. Here's a look at it once more. Yeah, that was going on to hit just about halfway up the middle stump. It's now 22 for 1, and we were speaking about the need for a wicket from a Windward Islands perspective, and there it comes. Zeta James doing the damage yet again. She did it with the bat earlier, and now she has a turn with the ball. It's as though she is taking each part of the match and saying, hey, I'm in control. I'm going to do what's needed. And she's doing just that.
Back a bit. And flag step. Butter. Left arm over to you. 2 balls to come.
It's going to come over the wicket to the left-handed batter in Krishana McKenzie, who's just come to the crease. One more delivery remaining in the Zeta James over, her first of the evening. And many persons, of course, would not have known. It's at the end of 7, it's 22 for 1, yes, but many persons would not have known the story or the stories of Jamaica coming across to play this tournament, and the Windward Islands as well. Jamaica, of course, John L. Diaz, the skipper, acknowledged and mentioned that preparations wasn't the best coming into this tournament because of the fact of the weather pattern and so on in the lead up to Hurricane Beryl. And Zeta James as well, and the Windward Islands team also said that preparations were not that well done coming into the tournament for the same reason. So you have to feel for them, the new bowler Natalia Phillip. And there's a big miss from the wicketkeeper, which allows the ball to go to the boundary for 4. That's going to be 5 wides added to the tally of the Jamaica team. Phillip, a gentle medium pacer, getting opportunity with the ball. A skipper looking for wickets. Trusted Phillip with the ball in hand. That's going to be wide. .28 for the loss of 1. We're into the 8th over. We are approaching the halfway stage of the innings. Chance for a run out? No. For a moment there with the fielders screaming at each other for a moment of picture that they were running. However, they won't. False alarm. Two runs to the tally now. It's all about consistency, you know. You serve up three good deliveries, and then the fourth delivery is one that sprayed down the leg side. But of course, as we mentioned, it's all about them getting that practice in and adapting. And as the game progresses as well. Mackenzie yet to get off the mark. And this one through the keeper again. I'm not too sure what's happening at the back. Can't afford to give away free runs to the batting unit. Driven out to backward point. Time for a run out. Port through in the end. Keeper needed to be by the stumps. She wasn't. This time the keeper again sticking that right hand out. Well, you have to feel for her. There's a number of deliveries that was sprayed wildly down the leg side, on the offside as well. One more delivery remaining to complete the 8 over. .77 runs from 73 balls. The equation at the moment. At the end of it, it's 34 for the loss of 1.
Left arm over to you. Pass the ball, ladies. Let's go.
Here's Zeta James, who serves up a full toss. That's pulled away nicely. And that's 4. Welcome indeed. It's a powerful shot there from Krishana McKenzie to get off the mark. Overcompensating there, over pitching Zeta James. That's better. Good smart cricket from both James and the batter in Mackenzie. Guided. No run. 72 dot balls in the first inning. 60% of the 120 balls. And you're not going to get much from Zeta James. Very economical bowler. A wicket taker as well. That one, she extracted some turn there. But well played by Mackenzie. Threw for a single quickly as well. Just about 9:32 in Trinidad and Tobago. 9:32 p.m. that is. So a dot to finish the over. It is 39 for 1. 5 of 23 to Judine Ebanks. Sashan Ricketts 6 of 30. And Krishana McKenzie 5 of 8. Well, soaking up a lot of dot deliveries as well, these batters in the process. We're approaching the halfway stage of the innings. This is going to be the 10th over. Change of bowling from the southern end. Maya Gilbert given the opportunity now to bowl a 10th over. Well bowled and equal to the task there was Krishana McKenzie. Looking to pull this one away through the gloves of the wicketkeeper or through the legs. That was very difficult for her. Three more deliveries to go in the 10th. The required run rate climbing. Field change being made. The short mid-wicket fielder comes around into a short extra cover position. Full toss that they still can't put away. Only one they would get. So the final 10 overs could be exciting with Jamaica needing so many runs at the back end. She had enough time there to place that ball anywhere on the field she would have wanted to, and in the end just playing it down back to the bowler. Sweeping this one nicely, but good work there by the short fine. Selena Ross. 10 overs have been bowled here in the second innings at the Brandlar Cricket Academy. And it's Jamaica needing 111 for victory. They need 69 more runs from the final 60 balls. 42 for 1 as they look to get 111 for victory. We'll take a short break, have a drink. You do too, and we'll be right back with more. Well, it's 69 required for the Jamaica team and Windward Islands. They've really done well here to limit run scoring. Just serving up a bit too much extras though, something to look at the end of the game. But Jamaica, they are not out of the win just yet. Nisha Alexander has been brought into the attack now. This one played nicely down to deep cover. Played back, almost played into the hands of the bowler. well short of her in the end. Slashing at that one, that could run away. Could stop in the end. Loud appeal for leg before not out, says the umpire. That one certainly tailing down the leg side. .45 for one. One run coming off the over thus far. That one pitching and moving back in sharply at the end of 11. 45 for one. Amaya Gilbert is back into the attack. Just one over for her prior to that drinks break. 3 runs coming off it. So pushing it wider there, Amaya Gilbert. Taking it out of the reach of Krishana McKenzie. Full toss slammed away. Straight to James at short mid wicket. Full toss again, this time straighter, down to long on. Slight misfield. Allow them to get 2. Looking at Sashan Ricketts, 7 of 36. 10 from 18 to McKenzie. Through the onside again, down to long on. Having some work to do on the onside. .48 for one. Really slow going at this time from the Jamaicans. Full toss pulling. And to see that they've only lost 1 wicket. You know, they're in a good position to get the runs, but they're not being able to press on. At the end of 12, 49 for one. Looks to be Nisha Alexander. Just come back into the attack after an excellent first over. Just one run coming off it. Good, that's good from Alexander. Keeping it on the line of the stumps. It's going to be wide. Just pushing it a bit too wide there. It's another wide. The 50 came up with the last wide. And now it's on to 51 for one. So, Sashan Ricketts, 7 from 37. She's striking at 19. Krishana McKenzie, 11 from 21. And she's striking at 52. Well, 12 from 22 now. McKenzie. 59 required from 44 balls. Very much gettable. Losing a run up there a bit. There was Nisha Alexander having to walk back to her mark. Not a long run up by any means. Good delivery outside the off stump. An appeal there from the wicketkeeper. Fielders around the bat as well in the circle. No appeal from Alexander though. Bowled, 52 for one. And that's the situation. 51 to Zeta James took a team to 110 for 5. And some last over ball striking from Nisha Alexander as well assisted. And now they're looking to limit the Jamaicans under 111. So 59 required from 42. And that's how it's set up here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Maya Gilbert into a third over. Required run rate climbs up to 8.49. That's a cause for concern here for the Jamaicans. And she's bowled. Just like that, Ricketts has to go after a horrible display with the bat. She really struggled. You have to feel it for Sashan Ricketts. 7 from 41. And Amaya Gilbert reaping rewards for good bowling. She finally picks up the wicket. Typical of spinner's delivery. And a trademark dismissal of an off-spinner through the baton part of the right-hander, turning in and knocking the middle and off pole back. Have a look at it again. Lovely indeed. Jack of all trades master Kadir Mohammed running a stylish replay. Abigail Bryce joins Mackenzie. Let's see if Bryce can add some impetus to this innings. Some much needed impetus as well. Strangled appeal. Umpire Daniel not interested. Past the mid-on fielder, and that's 4. How about that to get off the mark? Bryce is off and running. More of that needed. And can Bryce provide it? Flighted, and all Bryce did was found the gap and timed it to perfection. This time it's into the air and short of James. Had it went to hand, James normally don't drop them, but it's falling short of her. Dead ball signaled. This time going down on one knee, striking it out to deep mid-wicket. That's the end of 14 overs. At the end of it, it's 58 for the loss of 2.
Center. Right turn over to you.
Bryce is going to take a first look of Anisha Alexander, who was just conceded 4 runs in the 2 overs. Loud appeal this time. Umpire is not interested. So it's 15th over being bowled at the moment. Wide. Signal by the umpire. Lots of extras being served up. And there's still a couple fans on hand here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, looking keenly on at this game right till the very end. Good delivery. Just inside the guideline. Back to the bowler and past that outstretched right hand of hers. Left hand, I should say. And in the end, Really good from Alexander to finish her third. Another 2 runs conceded. Mackenzie on 13 of 24. She's a top scorer at the moment. At the end of 15, 60 for the loss of 2. Maya Gilbert gonna finish her spell. 1 for 13 in 3. And Bryce getting served up a very slow delivery that she just turns into the onside. Bryce looking to go through the offside hard there. She works it nicely out to wide long on. Smash down the ground. And that's 4. Through the hands of the fielder. Gilbert won't be too pleased about that. Into the air, but well short of that long on fielder. "16 overs has been completed. It's 66 for the loss of 2. Four overs remaining, and Alexander is back. This one through the gap, and looks as though picking up 2 on that occasion. Yes, score moves on to 68. On the line of the leg stump and just stealing in. So definitely that's going to be missing leg. On the leg side again this time, actually outside the off stump. 2 runs again. This is good.
Keep going.
41 now required. Bryce looking to power that one through the offside. Missing out. Wide outside the off stump, beating the outside edge of the bat. That completes 17 at the end of it. 71 for the loss of 2. Mackenzie is on 23 of 31. And Bryce, 7 of 14. Zeta James is back, smashed through the onside. And only one on offer. Of course, she's going to come around the wicket to the right-handed Abigail Bryce. Down the track goes Bryce, into the air goes the ball, and into the hands of James. So James picks up her second, and reaping the rewards of excellent bowling here, the skipper, Zeta James. Bryce has to go for 7.
Let's go, guys.
72 for 3. Required run rate of 14.63. 39 from 16. It's a tough ask for the Jamaica Women's Under 19 team. Jonelle Day as a skipper comes out to the middle. And she strokes one down the ground. Just for 1. Three more deliveries remaining in the 18th over. there by the field. A chance for a run out. And James being very watchful there on that occasion. Down to long on goes Mackenzie for one. That's not going to help the cause though. Loud appeal from James. And that's the end of her third over. At the end of that over, that's the 18th. It is 74 for the loss of 3. Selena Ross is going to be bowling the penultimate over of the innings. Here she is with the first delivery of her final over. And she starts with a wide. I think this is the first delivery that she's bowled to a left-hander all evening. Wide again. Very interesting. $76 for 3 now. Into the air. Could this be Ross's first wicket? It's not. It's spilled by the fielder. Ross will be very disappointed with that. Not being able to pick up her a wicket and get a wicket to her name. Nice looking shot. That's going to race away for 4. Maybe a little too late. You just never know. Score goes up to 82 now for 3. One bounce to the fielder at long off.
Oh my God.
delivery from Ross.
Huh?
It's getting tougher at the moment for the Jamaican team. It's getting way away from them now.
Okay? Free hit. Free hit.
Free hit coming up. Not being able to get it away. That's how it went all innings thus far. Down the ground goes John Eldares. That's one. Skipper trying her lock. Final delivery of Ross's spell, and that is played away into the offside. Looking for two, and they get it easily in the end. So that's the end of the 19th. It's 24 required from 6, and I think that was the said equation in the last game. It's the said equation that was required in the last game between Leeward Islands and Barbados. 24 from 6. Excellent delivery from James, who is going to take it upon himself to bowl the last over. Using her feet there, Mackenzie. She was still able to try a hand. And she moves up to 36. Mackenzie goes downtown to the fielder. 1 run. 20 from 2. Something needs to go horribly wrong here if Jamaica want to get anywhere close to that target now. And the police making their way around the ground. Swept away. Excellent work, Selena Ross. Maybe our cameraman Kadir Mohammed can find the police before they find him. And there they are. How good is that? The luxury of your vehicle. You just pull into the stadium, pull up to the mound in your vehicle, and you look on at the cricket. Whipped away. This is the last delivery. Only a single. Mackenzie is going to finish on 38. That's the end of the game. Windward Islands, they have defeated Jamaica here tonight at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. 110 for 5 is what they amassed in the first innings. And Jamaica under 19 winning. Actually losing to Windward Islands, sorry. And they only able to amass 93 for 3. Believe it or not. And, yes, certainly Janelle Dares finishing on 4. Krishana McKenzie, 38. She tried a hand. Windward Islands winning by 17 runs. And Zayda James, no doubt, the woman of the match. 51 not out of 40. And actually 2 wickets of her 4 overs. Just for 15 runs as well. So, just recapping today. Guyana, they would have defeated Trinidad by 4 runs. Leeward Islands defeated Barbados. And Windward Islands, they would have come out on top against Jamaica. So that's how we sign out here on a wonderful first day of cricket in the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women Under 19 Championship. Do join us on Saturday, 6th of July for continued action. Of course, the action will be split up to different venues. The 3 matches each will be played at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex, UE Spec, and right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. On behalf of the entire media team here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy and on behalf of Cricket West Indies, we say thank you for joining in. And, of course, do join us for more action come this Saturday. Have a good night, everyone.